Right guys, rcaddict. We're going to build the best Walksnail drone with the new V3 kit and an ST35 frame. Tunable, braced and so stable and strong. Proven in my videos, and it's going to be the best drone ever, and I'm going to explain everything.
He shot 300, 600. What does it all mean?
Chris Ross's golden nut. What does it all mean?
Filters. What does it all mean? This ain't gonna take long. I'm gonna zip through it, and don't look at my cooker, cause it's shite. And you don't need to watch any other build video. And we're gonna build the best drone ever. Period. Oh, one more thing. We're gonna have a badass bass line in the background. Yeah.
So after you've finished looking at all your new stuff, all your smelling it, I love the smell of electronics. So after you've finished looking at all your sexy new stuff, yeah, the most important thing is this. This is your treasure map. This is your how to break out of jail map. This needs to be put in a folder with all your other stuff that you're going to collect or you have, because this is your lookup table. It tells you a lot. Yes, you can pull it from the net, but you can't write on stuff from the net. You can write on this where things go and what you've altered. Okay, so now we're going to do the first thing. Plug in your flight controller to BETAFLIGHT, or what I'm using is Speedybee.
So, the first thing we want to know is what firmware the flight controller's on. Speedybee will auto-detect the flight controller, but double check it. So I already know this is running 4.3, and we don't want that, we want the latest 4.4.2. So we're downloading it. So from the local, so from online, Speedybee has looked it up and downloaded the latest firmware. Yeah, for fuck's sake, it's always the case, isn't it? When you screen recording, you get a message. Pause it, we'll go back. Okay, so this page isn't complicated. We've got our Mamba F722-22B 2022B, our latest firmware 4.4.2. Okay, now we want full chip arrays. We always want full chip arrays on there. Okay, we want a fresh start. We want, just leave it as it is. We want crossfire, yeah, which is what we're using for expresslrs. We want telemetry protocol, just none, yeah. And you might think that's a bit weird, but it's not, because crossfire has got the telemetry protocol in it. Anyway, D shot, yes, we want digital shot, we don't want analog, yeah. The bottom ones, this is where you get to pick, so GPS, LED strip, and this is to save computational power and our storage space. Now we've got an F722 processor, okay, so what I would suggest is just leave it as it is. Even though OSD, right, we don't want both OSDs because we're doing a high definition one, right? But you might want it in the future, yeah? You might want to use it. And it's not going to take up that much processing power on this board or storage space. So just leave it as it is and leave GPS on there even though you're not using GPS, because this board can handle it. Press pull firmware, downloading firmware just like that. So we've got the firmware. It says put it into DFU mode. I don't have to, I just leave it as it is. And what the Speedybee app will do now is it'll go from Bluetooth to Wi-Fi, because it has to deliver it at a different speed. Okay, so you connect to Wi-Fi, bad boy, bad adapter, a Speedybee adapter. Connect to it. Wait. Now wait. Come up now. Right, connect only this time. You're going to press that. Now you're just going to go back to the app. Okay, and straight away it's going to erase your board. Initializing firmware or I can't read that, sorry. Erasing flash, the previous one. Right, now it's flashing the firmware. This is real time. This is how quickly it's doing it on my phone. Now remember, if you've got a VPN, right, and especially if you've got a very good VPN, it won't do it. It just will not do it. So you have to switch your VPN to at least, you know, the minimum settings. In other words, you can't block apps sending data in and out, and you can't go from country to country. You have to just do the minimum on your VPN. Nearly there, and then we'll have 4.4.2. Getting bored yet? Verifying. It's nice of it. There we go. Success. Now, reconnect. Now this is important, really important, because it's going to apply custom defaults. And whether you're on Speedybee or whether you're on BETAFLIGHT on your PC, it's going to apply custom defaults, and you need to do that, and I'll tell you why.
The code that the developers have written for this specific board, it is putting on it. So what pins go where from the microcontroller and the OSD chip and all this kind of stuff, yeah. And simple example which is coming up, when you rearrange your motor order, okay, that is basically telling the custom defaults to put your motor on a different pin number, okay, if it's in the wrong place. Right. So I'm knackered, you're knackered, but we've got 4.4.2 on our flight controller, a fresh flash. All this to come in part 2. So this is a 25 by 25 stack. A lot of people will be mounting it in this direction, okay, but this frame won't mount it like that, okay. So look at how I turn it. I turn it clockwise at 45 degrees. So in BETAFLIGHT, the first thing we have to do is tell the gyro that it's been turned on the yaw axis 45 degrees. A flight controller can go in any direction, yeah. You've just got to look what position that you actually physically move it, where the arrow's facing. That leaves the plus and the minus facing backwards, all nice to solder up. We hope. Please remember, guys, the Walksnail V3 is 13 volts max. If you plug it into the DJI port, then there's gonna be bad news. Alright guys, take care.